Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to Super Jesus Jackson. It is me, SJJ, for short, of course. Michael Jackson's Thriller will be 40 years old come November, I believe, 18th. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. 40 years. That's a long time. But at the same time, get it? It's not that long. Yes, it is the greatest album of all time. You know, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. I've made tons of videos on MJ. He is just, he is the king of music, in my opinion. So, and it hurts to say my opinion for something that is so, factual. But also, we're not only getting a re-release of the album in, you know, the highest fidelity possible or whatever. It's music. It can only be as high def as it possibly can. We're also getting additional music, unreleased music. The same thing that happened with Bad in its 25th anniversary. We're getting the same treatment here with Thriller. We are getting unreleased tracks like Got the Hots, Carousel. Now, technically they're unreleased, but many of these songs have already graced, I guess is my favorite new word. But many of these songs have already been out on international markets. For example, Got the Hots, released for the 25th anniversary of Thriller in Japan. That was a release that I was very envious of because Got the Hots is... Well, that's a whole other discussion. I will make a video on that song specifically. I really need to, and I'm probably I was meaning to, but now that the re-release is it's coming out, and this is going to be an actual high definition version of the song. It's an official version of the song. I will talk about it then. If you go on Twitter, I follow quite a bit of a few MJ, I guess focused Twitter fan pages, I guess. And they're really ripping on the MJ estate. And I understand. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to do that. All right, so bonus material. So Starlight, we got Starlight, which is basically the original version of Thriller. I've already known about that. Got the Hots. We know about that. Of course, Who Do You Know? I don't think I've heard that song before. Carousel, we've heard this song before. It's an awesome song. Behind the Mask, original version of Behind the Mask, which is pretty cool because we know from the album Michael, the posthumous album, that was the song that they kind of remixed or whatnot, remastered, or I guess redid, just similar to what happened with Escape. Can't Get Out of the Rain, which is ridiculous, honestly, that's coming out. That's an off-the-wall era, song. I have no idea why that's the case. The Toy, I've never heard of that. That's interesting. Sunset Driver, heard of that song before. It's a great song. What a Lovely Way to Go. I don't think I've heard that song. She's Trouble. Interesting. I don't think I might have heard that song, and I don't know. Sunset Driver is awesome. I love that song. I didn't know that was written by Michael Jackson. Wow. Not a surprise. That song's a banger. But... this is pretty weak. I mean, Hot Street, Nightline should have been on here. Those are actual Thriller, session outtakes. I guess I'm supposed to be happy that Got the Hots is here. I guess. I don't know. It's nonsense. A lot of it is. I mean, we're getting a lot of stuff here, but Sunset Driver, that was released in the Michael Jackson Ultimate Collection. You know what I mean? Come on. We already know this stuff. God. My assumption is they are not really commemorating a lot of Invincible era, Dangerous era, History era, because those were the periods of controversy for Michael Jackson, which I think is nonsense. If you are the Michael Jackson estate, you honor that man. You honor that man in his entirety. And it's kind of a shame that we're not really going to get anything for those eras of Michael Jackson. That's insane. we're 4 days away from this thing, and I don't even think Thriller, the 4K version of Thriller, is on YouTube yet, which I guess leads me to the topic of this video. I'm all over the place, as you could tell, but Beat It is now officially remastered on the MJ official YouTube channel, and Thriller's supposed to be on there as well. I can't find it for some reason, but other people have seen. I don't know, like, I'm confused. The marketing is all over the place. Like, we know that these are coming, but yet they haven't talked about it yet. I guess they're waiting, you know what I mean? Like, come the day of. I decided to do Beat It because Beat It, if some of you remember, I ranked the songs on Michael Jackson's Thriller, and Beat It was not necessarily the highest. I think it was mid-tier on the lower end. It's still an amazing song, but I've come to appreciate Beat It a little bit more since then, I believe. Like, I was already starting to at the time that I made that video, and then as time progressed after that, I was like, you know what, Beat It is like really cool. I appreciate Beat It a lot more now, specifically its ability to kind of cross pop and rock just kind of so masterfully, like, and so gracefully. It sounds like a rock song, like it really does. It, you know, and a lot of pop songs in the 80s did have rock aspects to them, but this one is straight up a rock tune, like it really is. And it goes pretty hard. I mean, it's hard, you know, like in the MJ way, but it's still awesome, and it's very menacing at the same time. There's some aspects to it that are very menacing. So let's do it. Let's watch together, and then analyze it afterwards, because I feel like I'm in for a treat here, and this is one of the most iconic music videos of all time, of course. But let's see here. Let me pull it out. Michael Jackson, Beat It. Let's do it. Wow. Wow. Okay. It kind of gives me a little bit of sentiment, you know, like I first of all, similar to what happened with the re-release of Grand Theft Auto, the definitive edition, or the re-release of the Grand Theft Auto original trilogy, of course, San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3 earlier this year, and it was a sort of the 4K version of it. The trailer for that came out, and it sort of put a little bit of a tear in my eye because I remember playing those games when I was young or whatever, but really it's just kind of the legacy of something so great like those video games being remastered and beautified again, you know, and it's sort of really nostalgic in a way, and it puts a tear to my eye, and this is what happens here, especially because, you know, this is you know, a 40-year-old music video essentially, right, at this point, and it's, you know, Michael Jackson when he was young, you know, like when he was pretty much in his prime, he was about to be in his prime, right? And it just, you see everything so clearly, and especially just seeing him just, you know, in his prime, right? And him doing this music video for this iconic track and this iconic music video, and it looks so pristine. It's kind of like if your parents were to give you a high quality picture of when they were young, you know, or when you were young. It just kind of, it's, you're like, wow, like this is, it's like you're seeing the past so vividly. It's such a beautiful and nostalgic contradiction because it's the past. It's not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be kind of blurry, right? It's supposed to be kind of like a dreamy because it's the past, you know, but when it's so vivid like this, you're like, holy crap. The music video is shot so brilliantly. And you know what's awesome too is that this music video, like with Thriller, of course, and like with you know, Billie Jean, it's just kind of very ambient, very atmospheric. It's the story is there, but not, you know, it's just enough, you know what I mean? Like, and it's very artistic in the way that it carries itself. And you don't see MJ until like about a minute or something in, right? You know, or like 40 something seconds in, I'm not sure, but you don't see MJ immediately. It takes its time. And that would never happen today. Imagine a music video with Justin Bieber where he doesn't, you know, appear until like a minute in. It's like, that would never happen, you know, but here it happened, you know, like, and they used, apparently from what I've read in the past, they used actual gang members, like in this music video, actual Los Angeles gang members, which is really cool. You know, this song is pretty tongue-in-cheek, you know what I mean? It really is. But also, I mean, it only feels that way because the song is really espousing this message of peace, you know what I mean? Just knock it off, you know, like get over yourself, you know? It is very sophisticated and very mature, but at the same time, it's very, you know, Michael Jackson, like, peace, you know, like type of thing. But when you pair it with such a raw, you know, just even the beginning shot of this bar, it just looks grimy. It looks, you know, like it just looks like a hellhole essentially, right? And like the alleys, the darkness, the shadows, even Michael Jackson, the way that the director plays with shadow with Michael Jackson in the shot of his bedroom or the motel where he's at, I'm not sure. But it's very grimy, it's very real. The gang members, like I said, they look so real. You see the sweat, you see them so clearly. You see the details, everything, and it just, this was so raw. I can't imagine seeing this at the time. No wonder this was so awesome. I mean, like, it just is incredible. Yeah, the director just shoots this beautifully. Like I said, he plays with shadows and light so amazingly. And there's so many cool shots in this video. But, you know, there's a few things I noticed. One of them is El Santo Niño de Atoche. I believe that's what the saint is called in Mexican Catholic culture. I believe that's the little saint that's on Jackson's in his room, like this hanging on the wall. And I was like, what the like I remember like noticing that a long time ago, and I was just like, why? You know, it's so bizarre to me. So I don't know, maybe it was like an Hispanic hotel or motel or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I totally see it. Years and years and decades later, I totally see it. And this song, right when it begins, right when it starts playing with that guitar, it's so epic, so cool, so cool. And, of course, Michael Jackson just made sure that wherever he appeared in with Billie Jean, Thriller, and Beat It, he was wearing something iconic. He was wearing something that cemented his image, And here he was with the red leather jacket. Just absolutely amazing. But those are my thoughts for Michael Jackson's Beat It. Looking forward to the 40th anniversary of Thriller in just about a few days. But let me know what you think about this video. Let me know if you agree with me in the comment section below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this content. And share with your Michael Jackson loving friends. Michael Jackson, you're forever the king of pop, king of music. That's it for me. You guys take care. Stay safe. Long live Michael Jackson.